So, I don't know about you guys, but I have really been missing Disneyland, which is odd because I haven't missed Disneyland in a very long time. I used to have a pass, I used to go way too much. So, since Disneyland has started to release their recipes, I figured we have nothing else to do in this time. Why not start doing those? So today we are going to do the churros. We're going to be doing churro bites since I don't have a deep fryer to do large churros. So I will definitely show you all the ingredients. I have a new tool and I am so excited. This came in the mail and I was just like, I'm official! Anyways, this is a spider strainer, and so you need it if you're going to deep fry stuff because it has, you know, the mesh. There are other ones, there's ones where it's like mesh and then wood. That's perfectly fine as well, just as long as you have something so you're not, you know, melting your plastic, you're not burning yourself. This is the very first time I'm ever going to deep fry something, so I'm excited and nervous, and I'm ready to do this, so let's go. Okay, so I wanted to show you guys all the ingredients. So we definitely have our pan and our spider strainer, and then we have 3 eggs and a cup of butter. I went ahead and put them out here so they can get room temperature. You do want to cut the butter up like this, just because it makes it a lot easier. We have a ½ cup of sugar, and then a cup and 1/4 of all-purpose flour. Here we just have a normal 1 cup of water. This part's really important. So this is the canola oil that we're going to be using. So you always want to make sure that the oil you're using to deep fry is light. So I did a lot of research about this. Canola oil and peanut oil are the best. I opted for canola oil. I struggled because I am definitely an olive oil user, but in this case olive oil is just not good. So we have our salt and our cinnamon divided, because some of the cinnamon is going to go into the actual churro dough, and then, as you all know, the rest will be the mixture. I have vanilla. It's not required, but I am Hispanic, and so this is actually vanilla from a local Mexican market, and so I'm going to add just a tiny bit of that. But yeah, let's get started. Another item you'll need, which is probably one of the most important items, is you need to have a piping bag for frosting. I have them because I love to bake, and then I pulled out my star tips, just because I think that they'll add that, like, that ridge that churros had, but this is for you. You can use whatever you have. I'm definitely trying to incorporate as much as using what you have, since we all are, you know, only supposed to go out, you know, when it's necessary, so I'm using the takeout containers and everything. So use what you have. If you don't have a piping bag, you can always make one out of the gallon Ziploc bags. So, okay, so here we go. So the first part is to combine the water, the butter, the water, the butter, the salt, and the cinnamon in a saucepan. So let's do that first. So first I'm going to put the water in, and then it's a cup of water, like I said, and then we are going to put it at medium for right now. I don't suggest, unless you have a glass cooktop, to put your ingredients on the stove. So yeah, we're going to just put them all in right now. You don't have to be too specific how you do it. I do like to do so the cinnamon so it doesn't all get like clumped together. Same with the salt. And, you know, my favorite guy. And then just in case we need it, you never know, we're gonna get my whisk out. once, sorry, I noticed there was a little butter piece in there. Once it all is melted, then you have to let it bring to boil. Alright, so once it does start boiling like it is, you are going to put it down to low, and then mix in the flour. We have an electric cooktop, so I'm actually going to turn it off because they stay hot for a long time, and I don't want it to get like overboiled. So the next thing to do is just stir in the flour until a ball is formed. So you'll see what I mean. Oh, they already smell like churros. I love it. You can see like the consistency is already starting to change, so it's definitely what we want here. Because like basically we want a dough that we can, you know, work with and play with. Alright, so I think it's time to give my whisk its break. It's done a real good job though. Real good job. So to do this for you guys, I did a lot of research, watched a lot of videos, read a lot of blogs, because when they told me this part in the directions, I honestly was just like, what? You want me to do what? I've never done this before. And you guys know me, I prefer to use my hands, but I can't do that because it's hot. But I'm so excited to do this. Honestly, I love going out of my comfort zone. It's like one of my favorite things to do. This is definitely far out of my comfort zone, but it's fun. Alright, so I believe I'm done with this part. Yeah, boom, check it out. I like to give you guys the up close and personal. No, just kidding. So it is in a ball. That is definitely something I can work with. So we do need to let it rest 5 to 7 minutes. So while I do that, I'm going to get a little snacky, refill up on my coffee, and we'll be back. Okay, so it has cooled now, and so what you're going to do, so this is the vanilla, and like I said, I'm using a shot glass, I'm using things that I have in the home. There's the 3 eggs. You do need to add them individually. I still like to do it this way. I like to break them up individually so I don't get any shells in the actual mix, because I tend to have bad luck with that, so I'm just going to use this, and just scoop them in, you know, one at a time, and mix them. But yeah, I'm gonna just add my little vanilla. guys, so we're now going to do the piping. I do suggest if you have, I don't know the actual terminology of these, but I put them on the counter and then put the hot pan on them. If you have them, I highly suggest that so you don't ruin your counters at all. Those are very helpful. So I already have the piping bag with the tip on it. I do suggest putting it on like in something, a cup, like a bigger cup. It definitely makes it easier because it holds it up. And then you basically just, stick the tip in there. You can use any tip you want. I use a star tip just because I think it'll give me those ridges. Unfortunately, I don't have ones that are too large. I picked the biggest one that I have, so I have a feeling I'm probably going to have smaller churro bites, but that's totally fine. I'll just eat more. Just kidding. Or am I? Sorry guys, had a few technical difficulties there. So I was trying to get the tripod stand out of the shot, but I cannot. And I'd rather show you guys how to do this than not. Yeah, kind of got a. I don't know if when you were kids you ever went to 7-Eleven and got Slurpees, but we would always knock the cup on the counter to make sure that we got like as much Slurpee as we could into one cup. That's kind of what you're going to want to do with that, is you're going to want to just like kind of just remove the air bubbles is what it does. And then, yeah. So I don't have many pan options. So I'm going to take a break and wash this so I can use it. If you do have to do that, I want to tell you right now, make sure that the pan is absolutely 100% dry. Hey guys, so before I start this next part, I want to reiterate and just make sure you are being safe. So like I said, I've never deep fried anything before myself. I've always been very nervous to do it. I've watched many videos so I can safely show you guys how to do it. I just, please don't hurt yourself. Don't touch the oil. Don't heat it up too high. Get something so you don't touch it. Get one of these. Please do not hurt yourself. I have put the oil in the pan. It is heating up right now, so I just thought I would give you that little safety tip. Please be careful. Please be careful. Do not let your kids touch it. Do this part with them. They can boost themselves up on a chair or something and watch you. Just please be careful. Okay. I know. I'm not even a mother and I'm overbearing already. Alright, let's do this. Batch frying, but I wanted to show you what they look like. Yeah. So basically what I did was I mixed the cinnamon and sugar in a bowl with a fork, and so you're basically at that point just going to put a few in there and, you know, get them all cinnamony and sugary. Make sure your hands are washed as always. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and finish this part. One did get a little burnt. I feel like he was my first guy. Hey guys, so we are done. I'm so excited. Very first time I tried anything. Definitely some challenges, which I will go over. One thing is make sure you have the windows open and a fan on, and make sure that you don't heat up the oil too hot. That's what I did. I put it up to high because I thought it needed to boil, but really it just needs to be heated. So just put it up to medium and just start, you know, piping them in there and cutting them off, and then it'll, you know, heat up and do its thing. So I noticed that that definitely was a problem that I would have done differently. Also, I probably would have used 2 pans, and so the oil kind of started to get, I don't know the exact term, but in my opinion, overused. So I would next time probably have like a second pan full of oil. And I am going to enjoy them with some lavender caramel. Yeah, I'm so excited. I do miss Disneyland. I cannot wait to get back to Disneyland. I just can't wait. Don't know when that is. Totally okay with that. So yeah, go ahead and make this. I've noticed that, you know, things that are personal to me, you know, like Disneyland, I've gone since I was a kid, Churros, you know, I started watching movies on Disney Plus. I've noticed that those are definitely helping me cope through this time. The feeling of nostalgia and just being able to think back to those happy memories just honestly has been helping me get through this time. So yeah, go ahead and make some Disneyland churros. Have fun, be safe. Please, 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 please be safe. Don't set off the smoke alarm like I did. Yeah.